All right, we're going to talk real quick just about how to use the Chico State Feed Cost Comparison tool. And it's a simple tool to help users identify, say, which energy feed may be the cheapest cost per pound of protein or per pound of energy, or TDN. And so as we're looking at this spreadsheet, you are to enter into the white cells. And the first thing is, say we want to look at the cost of some protein supplements, for example. I was actually just looking up the prices. So let's take a look at our feed table, which is the sheet on the bottom. And if we scroll down, we'll find the protein sources. The feed table is grouped by category, so we can definitely find some different protein sources. So a couple examples that I had was, I saw Cottonseed Meal prices. So we'll use feed 169. So if you want to bring that number over, it's going to pull up Cottonseed Meal. It's a protein class. And then I think I saw the price per ton for an example was about $270 per ton. So that's 2,000 pounds. This could be price per hundredweight. It could be price per pound, whatever units you want to use. The main thing is that you enter the cost and how many pounds are in that unit. So in this case, it was cost per ton. Now, the other one I did see a price for was soybean meal. So say we want to go with just the average soybean meal, 197. Oops. We can bring that feed in, and that populates, and I think that was like $3.30 a ton or somewhere in there. But what this does, just to show you, oops, not 200 pounds, 2,000. My numbers were looking weird. That's how you can check yourself. So if these were the actual prices, what we would see is that the cottonseed meal is a touch cheaper than soybean meal on a on an as-fed basis. That maintains itself across the board. They're comparable on energy basis, but there is a difference in which cottonseed meal is a little bit cheaper than the soybean meal. Now, say that the cottonseed meal prices go up to $290 a ton. Oops, if I could type. Then we see that gap start closing and becoming narrower between the two. And so what we're able to do is make decisions on, okay, which source is going to be cheaper right now? And this, again, depends on other factors. So this should not be the all-knowing answer. This should be a tool that you use to be like, okay, if those original prices held and this was $270 a ton, cottonseed meal is a little bit cheaper per pound of protein. If I'm doing some ruminant rations, that may be quite okay and be a little bit cheaper. But say the soybean meal is only $290 a ton. It's more expensive per ton, but all of a sudden we get comparable, we're closer on our cost per pound of protein, energy, and everything else. So then maybe one is delivered and one is you have to pay for shipping on the other one. So there's a lot of factors that can affect your decision going into this. And this is just a quick and easy tool. You can compare energy feeds, protein feeds, a variety. So that's kind of just a tool to help find out which one's the cheapest source and use as a reference point.